I felt like others started it. We were going to finish it.
So we're heading to Thailand. I'm super excited for this new edition of Ultimate Girls Trip. Now, if each of you could describe your trip in one word, what would you say? Alexia, do you want to go first?
Unpredictable.
Oh, that's a good one. Marysol?
God. I'm going to have to use 4 words. It took everything I had to do it.
Work.
Everything I had to get up and do it.
Well, you two were roommates on the trip, right?
Yeah.
We were, yes.
We're
always roommates. We're always roommates, but not for 13 days.
Yeah.
That is a long time. Did that add to the comfort level, getting to be with each other? Or was it like at the end of 13 days, you're ready to not be roommates anymore?
At the end of 13 days, we needed
Yeah, we did. Then we missed each other. The first couple of days after we came back home, I was like,
oh my God. You're waking up next to Todd. You're like, oh
yeah. I'm like, wait, I thought it was Marysol.
Well, that's how it always is, like traveling with friends. I know in the trailer we get kind of a moment of tension between the two of you. Do you want to tease a little bit about what led to that, other than just, spending 13 days in the same place?
There's 2 quick answers for that. Gizelle, and it was our last night there, so we were pooped and exhausted.
Yeah, I was ready to fight someone. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, what I'm trying to say also.
Down that night. It was the last night.
I felt like others started it. We were going to finish it. And the other thing is, like, I feel like Potomac, Salt Lake City, and Miami, we had just wrapped up our seasons. So we literally finished our season, and like 8-10 days later, we had to like pack our bags, leave our family behind. And it wasn't like a little trip to the Caribbean or like here in the US. It was all across the world, different time zone. It was very stressful. Like for me personally, leaving Frankie, at home and Todd and Peter. It's just like I was worried. I was actually scared. So I think that did have like a little bit of influence as well. And that we were working the whole time. Like even communicating, we would speak once a day with my family. It was like a lot.
Or like under 4 minutes, if you even had good service, right? It was so quick. We could barely speak with our husband.
Well, I would go to the bathroom. That's the only place I answer.
You're sneaking away. Yeah. It sounds like Gizelle was stirring the pot a little bit, or how was she involved with that?
Very good at that. She puts her little finger and goes,
yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like in Gizelle's defense, I think we only had like 7 or 8 days, to get to know each other. Mm-hmm. So, we were like on a time constraint. So she wanted to get to the bottom of it, like day one. Like she was already like expecting everyone to like open up and say your story and answer all the questions. It's a little different, from a housewife show where we have many months, to develop our story and to, we have more time.
Right. Well, and speaking of day one, I mean, Whitney and Heather were kind of going at it from day one. What kind of vibe did that lend to the rest of the trip? Or did you just totally stay out of it?
They were coming off from their season also. That's what happens. There's backstory. Yeah. So they had just finished their season. So they're filming together. They had this girls trip. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, it's going to play out. So that's like what you guys get to see. That's like what the place they were at.
Yeah. And were both of you like hands off, I'm not getting involved in this, or did you pick sides? Or
so what happened was Alexia and I arrived late to that first lunch, and I was feeling really, really, really bad. I didn't know what I had. I found out afterwards I have gastritis. Oh. And I was just sitting there with my life perspiring, clammy, just sitting there shaking, trying to get through the scene. So it wasn't like we were trying to stay out of it, but we were just not involved in it, and we didn't have any backstory, and I was not well, and Alexia was worried about me, and we were just in that situation.
Yeah, honestly, probably for the best, right?
Yes. Because how do you even get involved? It's in something with a situation like that. Yeah, this has been coming. It's something that's been going on between them, and it's just uncomfortable. It was like uncomfortable to watch. But by the way, what I found, maybe Marysol, I think you can also agree to this. So they would have like these moments, and then like 3 hours later, they were riding in the Sprinter together in the same bus together. which like, I'm not that person. Like, if you're just insulting me, you better get away from me. Like, I don't want you sitting next to me.
Yeah.
So we would travel. It was so funny. So when we would travel, there were like not 2 teams, but it was 8 of us. It would be 4 and 4. And for whatever reason, Heather and Whitney would always end up in the same sprinter together. So
we always rode with Gizelle and Portia, and then everyone else ended up in the other van.
I know, but you know what? There were situations where they would say, like, do you mind? Like, I don't want to ride with that
Heather.
person.
She was always like, can we be with Miami? Can we be with Miami?
Yes, everybody wanted Miami because we brought the fun.
Yeah, the party bus.
Fun. Yes.
They didn't even call us by our names. We were just Miami.
You were just Miami. Yeah.
Nice. Well, and who else on the trip would you say you either really bonded with or really didn't bond with? Anyone eliciting strong feelings from you two?
I mean, she and I have the same answers for everything. So, go ahead, Alexia.
For everything? I don't know about that.
About like who we liked on this trip, or not who we liked, who we bonded with.
I mean, I feel like we both felt the same way about Leah, just because she wasn't very like welcoming. She was like to herself. I felt like she felt like she had a disadvantage because she didn't come with anyone, whereas all the other cities came with someone. But I like to see it differently. I like to see it like as a positive thing. Like, Heather and Whitney came together, but they weren't in a bad place.
Yeah.
And so
honestly,
were Candace.
So were Candace and Gizelle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. The only ones that really had the most advantage was Marysol and I. That were real friends. We came together. Like, it was really, really special. We got to do that. And even that, unfortunately, at the end, that happened, which was very unexpected, right? But it's life, and and it's like what real sisters do. We love each other like sisters. We fight like sisters, and we'll be together forever because, that's how it is.
Yeah. She'll be changing my diaper one day.
Hopefully you don't get to wear the diaper. You get you some cute panties.
But I'm
no panties. No panties. You don't wear panties. I'm gonna have you with no panties.
When you get older, you can't not have panties. You need to like a little help.
No.
My parents had diapers. I'm assuming I'm going to need them.
It comes for all of us, doesn't it?
You got diaper duty, bro.
So were you two just kind of like stealing away throughout the trip to talk to each other and be like, oh my God, these other ladies are crazy? Or like,
we didn't have to. We were sharing a room. We were together.
Yes, it was so easy for us to do because we were always next to each other, and it was just like the cameras were there and we were there.
Oh, but a lot of times we were mic'd, so we couldn't really talk either. We were in the room, like writing notes, showing people sharing notes with each other. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, what are you most excited for people who are tuning in to see? Is there anything that you're like, this is a blast. I can't wait for everyone else to get to see what I experienced. Marysol?
Well, I mean, I just can't wait for the fans and the viewers to see how beautiful Thailand is and like all the special things we got to do. We visited a temple. We had this gorgeous dinner, which is where Marysol and I had our little fight.
Yeah.
Which was at the end, which is epic. It's like out of a movie. So
it was amazing.
It's so beautiful. We got to see really beautiful places in Phuket.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm excited about, because I feel like that adds some, you get everything else, but everything else in the background, the scenery is so beautiful that it doesn't sound as bad or as heavy.
Yeah. So scenery, yes. Drama, no. Yeah, I get that. Right. Well, thank you so much. I am really looking forward to everyone seeing the season and for me to see the rest of it. So appreciate it.
I'm dying to see the season.
Us too. We haven't seen anything, but I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, right.
Send us the link.